Right. It's another gorgeous day here. Truck says it's 50 degrees outside, but I don't know if I believe that. I think it's a little warmer than that. I think it's a little warmer than that. But either way, it's nice. Whatever the temperature is, it should just stay like this year round. Whatever the weather is today, it should just stay like this year round. But who am I kidding? That ain't happening. So we'll just enjoy it while we can instead. Happy Halloween, everyone. Today's Halloween. So if you're watching this video, it is most likely not Halloween today when you're seeing it or when I'm posting it. So, hope everyone had a good Halloween on that regard, since it's already come and gone. The time you're viewing this video, it is no longer Halloween. So hope it was good for you, though. But, I was trying to find, I have a Buzz Lightyear costume that I'm going to wear tonight, and I was trying to find it because I was going to lift in it today, but I couldn't find it. I just had it on the other day, and I'm not sure what my wife did with it, but it is not anywhere to be found. So didn't feel like searching for it. I'm already, it's already kind of late in the morning. Just wanted to get out the door. Wasn't going to make a huge deal about it. So, here we are in plain clothes, just going to get a lift in. But yeah, because of that, I probably will lose gains now. I will not hit my top sets, and the lift will go horribly. Just kidding. I hope that doesn't happen. But, yeah, not a lot to report, honestly. Just been moving and grooving through this block, through this back half of training, whatever you want to call it, through these final few weeks of the program. That is, again, there's another glare on the camera. These final few weeks of training. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the camera so it's not glaring. There we go. It's a little better. It's probably not going to happen. So things have been going well, I would say. This week on bench went well, squats went well, deadlifts, I can only presume today are going to go well. I don't really have anything to complain about. I do, I still have a little bit of, I guess, I don't know what the right word is, reservation maybe about squats next week on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, because it's just 445 on squat would be tying my all-time PR. Apparently, I went back and looked. I think I've mentioned this on previous videos, but I went back and looked to see if I had ever actually hit 445 before, or if it was just if 445 was just an estimation based off of me hitting like 435 or 440 or something. And it turns out I've hit 445. So 445 would be tying my all-time max, and my goal is to hit a bigger squat than that. So what I'm probably going to end up doing, I don't know where I'm going to squat yet. I don't know what gym I'm going to go to, because if I go to the gym, if I go to EOS, I can hit 445, but it's also EOS, which nothing wrong with EOS. I don't really like, I don't know. Every time I squat there, I'm not really feeling it, Their racks are not great, and it's just kind of, I don't like the barbells either. Something about it just doesn't rub me the right way. So I would prefer not to. However, if I go to the other gym that I go to, the one I'm going to today, then I'll be able to do. I like their setup better. I'll have kilo plates and a combo rack, which will be nice. But the downside of that is I'll probably either be hitting what would that be? 200. It'd be 200 kilos. So 441, I believe, would be what that is. 441. Or I could hit like 202 and a half, which would be probably like another, so it'd be like just over 445. So it'd be like probably like 446 or 447, which fine, it's not a big deal, whatever. But I don't know, I'd like to keep it true to the program. What I don't want to happen is I don't want to miss 446 or 447 and get super discouraged about it because you know, going into a max attempt a couple weeks later, I don't want to be discouraged going into that. I want to hit 445. I want it to move decent, well, and I want to go into a max attempt feeling good. So I don't want to go into, because if I miss 445 or 447 or whatever, if I miss that, I'm going to be a lot more reserved going into, what are we doing here, guys? Come on, lights been green. I'm gonna feel a lot more reserved and like just not as confident going into a max attempt at, I think what I'm supposed to attempt is like 460. I don't know if that's gonna happen. But I don't want to miss 447 and then go into a max attempt of like 451 and having that miss under my belt, fresh on my mind from 2 weeks prior. I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to weigh both sides of it here. I don't know, but it is what it is. Again, game time decision. Just kind of all about how I'm feeling the day of squats next week. So we'll just kind of see. We'll play it by ear. I don't know. But bench, I'm most confident, honestly, surprisingly, about bench. Bench and deadlifts, I'm feeling good about. Specifically bench, I've always kind of felt good about bench. Well, I don't want to say I've always, but like, historically, since I started powerlifting, bench has always been the one that I feel like has kind of moved the best for me. And I think that that's partially due to the fact that I spent years of my younger life, when I was a little younger, just not training legs. And so I would, we're going into the gym and we're hitting upper body 5 days a week. Arms, shoulders, chest, arms again, and so I think I just have a lot of strength there from when I was younger to like build a base on, if that makes sense, whereas legs I didn't really focus on that much because, I was young and dumb. And so I've had to build the lower body strength from basically the ground up since starting. And so I think that's the reason that my bench has always been kind of, I guess, one of my stronger lifts. That and the fact that I'm, 6'2", and squatting for us taller dudes is not the easiest thing. It can just be a little hard. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying, anatomically, not in my favor, right? So, but I guess that would make sense why, deadlifts I also feel kind of confident about, because I guess the leverages are there, my long arms. So I don't know. But bench I feel decent about. I have a feeling, I have a good feeling that I will hit a new PR on bench at the end of this training block. I don't know how much, like, I'm not saying I'm going to hit some magnificent new 20-pound PR on bench, but I think that if I wanted to attempt like 350, that I might have that, which would be great. I would love that. If I could break 350 on bench, that'd be awesome. Be one step closer to 365. So, but given all the setbacks I've had on bench this training cycle with my elbow, my arm, my shoulder, just kind of giving me shit, it would be awesome to cap it off with a new max, a new PR. So that would be awesome. And then deadlifts, based on the way 490 was moving several weeks ago, I have a good feeling about deadlifts as well. The last time I did this on purely a stiff bar, well, it wasn't really purely on a stiff bar. I was using an Olympic bar. But the last time I did this program on an Olympic bar, I kind of was in the same boat that I'm in now, in terms of deadlifting strength, where I was able to do 490 for, 2 singles, and felt really good. Like, that was a huge win for me. Gave me a huge boost of confidence. And then I shot myself in the foot by switching everything up on the day that I was supposed to attempt a new max, right? I was going to the YMCA for the entire training block, for the whole program. I trained at the YMCA on Olympic bars and bumper plates and pound bumper plates. And the day that I was supposed to attempt a max on deadlift, I was like, hey, I'm going to go try this new gym, and I'm going to use completely different equipment and completely different in a completely different setting, and we're going to try to attempt to max. Which, you know, I mean, on meet day, right? Like, I would be doing that anyways. I would be training in the YMCA, and then I would go to a meet somewhere at a gym in Houston, and I would be on a combo rack, and I'd be using kilo plates with a pure stiff bar, Texas Power Bar. And so, I mean, it's not that different from a meet, but at the same time, like in training, there's really no reason for me to do that. So I shot myself in the foot. I ended up, I don't even think I moved. I might have moved 496. I think, but I did not end up breaking 500. And really kind of, I left feeling discouraged because of that. And I knew that I fucked up. I knew that I made the wrong decision by changing my environment the last minute. So I'm not going to do that again this cycle, though. We're not doing that again. That's why I've been coming here consistently and using the stiff bar and the kilo plates and all that, because I want to keep it consistent. This is where I'm going to test a max on a stiff bar with the kilo plates. So I don't want to change my environment again last minute and do myself a disservice, because I have a feeling that the strength is there, especially since, you know, after moving 490 a few weeks ago, the way that it felt, another 15 pounds probably would have come up. So we're hoping that I still feel the same way here in a few weeks whenever I have to test deadlifts. So, you know, that would set me up beautifully for, you know, just another round of strength building. It would be exactly the way I want to end the year with it. If I can get a new max on 2 out of the 3 lifts, that would be fantastic. It would set me up for a better, stronger base to build off of moving into the next hypertrophy block. So yeah, hopefully that holds true. Hopefully we feel good about this all the way up through the end of the program. But I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna cut the video off. I'm almost to the gym. I'm like, I don't know, 4 minutes away, 3 minutes away, something like that. And this is running a little long. So I'm gonna cut this off. I'll get to the gym, get warmed up, and then nothing crazy today on deadlifts, just 3 sets of 1 at 435. So we'll do that, and then we'll call it a day, dude. Have a happy Halloween. Smash some Reese's Pumpkins tonight, and other various candies for the gains, of course, for recovery. Lots of carbs. Need carbs. And yeah, we'll call it a day. Geez, buddy, what was that, man? It's a bit aggressive, don't you think? God. We'll call it a day after that. Sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it here, and I guess we'll see you again in just the blink of an eye. So stay tuned. All right, yeah, and so suspicions have been confirmed here. I'm pretty sure my mic died at some point during the video to the gym earlier. Didn't realize it until I unplugged the thing from my phone, the receiver from my phone, and went to turn it off, and it was already off. I was like, I'm pretty sure I turned this thing on, and I plugged it in just now, and yeah, it's already dead, so I gotta charge this thing. So although when I watched the video back earlier, once I realized the mic was not, picking up audio, I watched the video back and it didn't seem like the audio was that bad. I thought it might be a little tough to hear just because I have the sunroof open and I got like wind blowing through here, but it didn't seem like it was that bad. Unless it just died like literally as I went to unplug it and it caught everything up until that point and I just got lucky, but I doubt that's the case. I'm not that lucky. So it's dead right now, so if the audio sucks on this, I'll probably just voice over it for something, or maybe I just won't include it at all. Or I'll voice over a portion of it, and say, hey, sorry the audio sucks. But yeah. So yeah, deadlifting went well, I guess, about as well as I thought it would. I was there for a long time though. Now I look at the clock here, it's like I'm coming up on almost 2 hours. Actually, probably, coming up on 2 hours. It's kind of weird for me, but I guess I was just taking my time, having fun. So, yeah. 435, yeah, felt about as I thought it would. I've been experimenting recently, with all this stuff I've been doing with, like trying to kind of dial in my deadlift form a little bit. See, this is where the audio is going to suck, I guarantee it, because I'm on the highway now. But I got the sunroof open. Just close that. Close it for a second. Help with the audio. So 435 felt about how I expected it to. Felt okay. I did do the last set with mixed grip, not hook grip. So I did the first 2 sets hook grip and the last set mixed grip, because I'm just trying to find that sweet spot for me. I like pulling hook grip, but I feel like I can't get as tight on the bar with hook grip. Like whenever I'm doing mixed grip, it's very easy for me to pull tension out of the bar using the mixed grip, but it never feels that easy whenever I'm doing hook grip, and I don't know why. I make a conscious effort most of the time to try and pull as much slack out of the bar as I can with hook grip, but it never seemed like it's just never as tight. Oh, my wife is calling me. I knew she would. She called me. I missed the call. I called her back. She missed the call. Now she's calling me again. So I'm just going to let it go to voicemail. I'm not going to play phone tag with her. Or maybe I'll call her at this light when I get up here. But anyways, it's never as easy to pull out as much slack with hook grip as it is with mixed grip. And so that's why I did the last set mixed grip, was I just wanted to see. And all my working sets, like all my back down sets, I do them all mixed grip, because I don't like using straps, not because I have anything against straps, or view it as like some form of cheating or the inferior way to like do a deadlift. They have their place, but I just can never get a good brace when I use straps, because it's just having to wrap those straps around the bar. I can't get a good brace when I'm already bent over. I like to get a good brace at the top before I bend down to pick the bar up. And so doing that, and then, gosh, she's calling me again. Hold on, hold that thought. I gotta take this, hold on. So yeah, never get a good brace with the straps on, because I'm always doing it in the bent over position, and I feel like I can't get a good brace doing that. So I don't like to use straps. That's why I stopped using them. I used them for a while. Probably about a year ago I was using them, and I just didn't really like the way that I was braced. I felt weaker with them. Just didn't feel like I got a good brace. So I started doing mixed grip on all of my working sets, where I'm having to rep stuff out, and even on top sets now, on this block, on this program, there were weeks on deadlift where I was doing top sets of 3 at, I think it was 450, and I was having to, I was doing mixed grip. I wasn't doing, hook grip. Again, for the same reason, right? I want to get a good brace. mixed grip is just better for that kind of thing, and you know, it works for me. So, but I've been wanting to see which one works better, because again, like I said, I feel like mixed grip is just a better fit for me overall. I feel like I can pull way more tension out of the bar using mixed grip than I can with a hook grip, and so that's beneficial on a deadlift. You know, you want to pull as much of that slack out as you can before you start the lift. That's how you initiate leg drive, and so if you don't have a lot of slack pulled out of the bar, then it's just going to make the lift harder. You're going to be using more of your lower back and not as much of your legs. So I think we're down to the wire now, though. I don't remember what I have to do for deadlifts next week. It's one more like really big taper, and then I believe the following week is when I test max on deadlift. I don't know. I might switch it up. I might try to do mixed grip on my deadlifts. I hate to, again, just had this conversation on the way to the gym about switching things up at the last possible minute. You know, like I hate to do it like the week before I start, you know, go for a max attempt. But if it allows me to get a better positioning on deadlift, then I want to do it, because it's going to be more beneficial for me in the long run, you know? So I'm torn. I do feel like I like hook grip. I want to pull a hook grip. That's the problem, is like I want to pull hook grip, but I don't feel like I get as good of a brace as I do with mixed grip. So all that to say, that very last sentence there, that like, so, you know, there is my dilemma, and I will probably, I don't know. We'll see. Part of me wants to stick it out with hook grip, just to, you know, we're so far into this training cycle already, and I don't want to change things up now, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so that's something that those are the thoughts that keep me up at night. You know, those are the thoughts that keep me up at night. Should I pull hook grip or mixed grip? Which will it be? What do we think? Yeah, but other than that, the rest of the workout went well. Did my rows on the Mega Mass. That was always fun. Love doing the Mega Mass rowing machine. Don't know why, just feels a lot better, more stable. Just really able to target my back on that. Nothing against barbell rows, but just prefer the Mega Mass, to be honest with you. So, and then I did, yeah, buddy, I'm right here. Just keep it in your lane, okay? And then I did hamstring curls. There were 4 sets of 20 that I did at like 40 pounds. That's tough, man. That last set, the hamstrings are burning. And then I did 4 sets of 12 on leg extensions. Called it a day. Did a little bit of posing, as we saw there at the end. Did a little bit of posing, and then, you know, taking off. I got to go make my lunch. I don't know what I'm going to have. I don't have anything made. I don't feel like cooking. I have some stuff to do still to kind of get ready for tonight, being Halloween night trick-or-treating. My son gets home in an hour. Like, my daughter gets home an hour after that. I'm running out of daylight here, so, and I still have stuff to do at work. So don't really feel like cooking anything at home, but I'm gonna have to do something, and I'm just gonna have to do something that's very easy. I might, I don't know, we'll see. I might switch it up today. I may not have my taco bowl or whatever you want to call it. It really is a taco bowl. Ground beef seasoned with taco seasoning, potatoes, beans, onions sometimes if we have it, cheese, non-fat Greek yogurt, a little extra protein instead of sour cream, and then yeah, some lettuce if we have it. It's usually what I eat for lunch, but probably not today. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like I need to get something going kind of quickly that is still relatively protein and calorie heavy. So I don't know. We'll see. What a predicament I'm in. All because I don't want to take the time at night on like a weeknight to do this shit and like prep my lunch, you know, so I have it ready to go. Instead, I would rather put myself in this exact predicament where I have to scramble to find something in the middle of the workday. So, you know, don't be like me. Don't be like me. Plan ahead. But yeah, so I guess I may not run tomorrow. I may run Sunday, just depending on how tonight goes, how late I'm up and stuff. We have a bunch of people coming over, a bunch of my family, some of my daughter's friends, maybe even some of my son's friends too. And so we're just going to kind of be busy up late. I'm not going to stress about the run in the morning too much. I'm just going to be present tonight and try and make the most of it with them. So aside from that, I don't really have much else to say here except have a happy Halloween. Eat plenty of candy, stay up late, watch scary movies, whatever it is you do, and we'll see you right back here on Monday. November, can you believe it? November. Right back here on Monday for a glorious, glorious day of bench press. So until then, man, have a good weekend, have a happy Halloween. Yeah, that's really it. Be safe, be good, and go to the gym.